Hello and welcome back to my Just Start show, and it's been a wonderful journey all through. Hope you're enjoying the show. And we've been discussing about various aspects relating to language, and I thought I should be speaking on why we are not able to speak in English, why we don't speak in English. I just thought I'll dwell upon a few aspects from a social, cultural, personal, professional point of view. I thought I should be, and also a historical point of view, I thought I should dwell on and try and see what stops us from speaking in English. I've just jotted down 50 possible reasons for not speaking in English, for not able to speak in English, for not speaking in English, and not willing to speak in English. So let's see how it goes. First and foremost thing is language proficiency. People who are not proficient with the language at times ignore or just shun away from using a foreign language. They are very comfortable with their native language. So language proficiency, if people are not proficient, they don't prefer to use language which they have to become proficient of, and that's the main reason that they might be ignoring usage of other language, which may be beneficial to them most of the times, but they prefer to stick on to their own language, native language. Second one is cultural preference. Every culture has got its own language, has got its own linguistic pattern, it's got its own discourse pattern, and in a way, because of cultural preference, people tend to stick on to what their culture prefers, the main language. So most often they speak in their native language and seldom make efforts to learn a new language, particularly English. So this is one observation that I wanted to make. Then communication comfort. People feel comfortable in speaking in their native language. They are very, very comfortable in speaking their native language. So naturally, they prefer to stick on to it. They think that they can express complex thoughts and emotions in their native language. So naturally they stick on to this comfort zone. This is actually a comfort zone. Social context. Depending upon the social context, learning another language and using another language may not be prohibited, but may not be given due importance, because that social context may demand use of a particular language, preferably a native language, and people seldom try to move away from their social context, learn a new language, and come back to speak the language, which is actually not in practice. Educational background. So here it plays a very important role. Do they have access and opportunities to learn English language? Are they trained in English medium of instruction? This is a very important aspect that we'll have to look at. Most often, in a particular context, the medium of instruction, either it is in the native language or it is bilingual, and in rare occasions, of course, in private schools and also in public schools, where medium of instruction is English. So what is that access that they've had? What are the opportunities that they have explored? Becomes a very important factor here. Historical legacy. We've been colonized for more than 400, 500 years, and Britishers were here, and the language was the influence of English language happened around these times. Our forefathers were speaking in a different language altogether, in their native language. Then came the British rule, and English became a very important mode of communication because it has to be intelligible to both the parties. So that is where we were also catching up, trying to catch up to a new language. Many caught up to it, and generations together they passed it on, learning the new language and passed it on, but not all, not all. So this becomes a very important legacy that we have had over a period of time. So I'll stop here with these few points and move on to other points later in my upcoming sessions. Stay tuned, and we'll explore it together, and hope you had a very resourceful sessions all these days, and I hope to keep up the promise. Keep sharing, we'll grow together. Thank you very much.